I don't know, there is something nice about feeding people. I'm not a big cook, obviously, olives. No, I don't have many friends. It would be easier. I do drink a bit of Prosecco, but Prosecco is dangerous. I'm currently into combining fruits and flowers. She's like very charismatic. I know she's a bit evil. She's a boss.
Hello and welcome back to Tables to Talk About. Today's guest is Giorgia Carlini, an Italian artist otherwise known as tattooist Lobster and Pearls. She also recently started hosting women's circles aiming to build a community around softness and connection, following her interest into all things spiritual. I've known Giorgia for years now, having fallen in love with her delicate line drawing style and food-based designs, and I now have 2 tattoos from her, with 2 more booked in later this month. You may also have noticed that Giorgia designed our podcast illustrations too, so I've known since I started that I needed to have her on and to get her take on her dream dinner, which was so fun, by the way. Let's get into it. I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room for anyone that might be watching on YouTube, that I'm recording in my car, which I've never done before, but that is because my neighbours are drilling. Georgia's neighbours have also said that she has some drilling happening. This one's interesting, but if you want to see the situation that I'm currently recording in, then people can go and watch it on YouTube. But hopefully the sound will be completely fine. Do you want to explain a little bit about what you do, Georgia, for anyone that doesn't follow you already?
Yeah, sure. I am an Italian artist living in London and been living here for 11 years this September. But I started more doing tattoos kind of like 3 years ago, full time. Been like great, the best thing that happened to my life. But now recently I'm starting to feel that I want some change. So because I'm really into like spiritual and hippie stuff, I started to host like a women's circle as well. So like I do that every month. I just want to like have a bit more like a community around
Yeah,
me.
totally. You must have built like quite a good community with like what you already do though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Majority is like my clients coming. Yes, I am so happy about all the people that I meet through tattooing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I want to be friends with everyone. It's like
Yeah.
let's get a coffee.
I always think tattooing must be wild as well because, like, with other art, like, or art forms, like, people have it in their homes or, like, tattooing, like, people are literally carrying your artwork on their body for the rest of their life. It's wild. It must be
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy. When I think about it, it's mental. We were like talking about like, oh, what you think you want to leave behind when you go. And then, as an artist, I was like, oh, maybe like, a painting or something somewhere. And they were like, but you know that people go around with your art
Yeah.
now, right now. And I was like, I've
Yeah, it's
succeeded.
crazy. So cool.
So
So,
yeah,
so
it is
cool.
the best feeling. I'm not gonna lie, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and when it must be so nice too when like people come back and you see their ones that you've already done. I know you always post like this one's healed and I can see it now.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I don't know what happened to those tattoos. I hope they're well. If you're listening, send a new picture. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's beautiful. Like yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
rewarding. It is.
How did you get into it in the first place?
It was for a boy, so I was trying to impress him, which didn't work out. But here I am. So good for me. Yeah, no, just like for fun, and it was just like doing extras because I always worked in hospitality before, and then after lockdown, I was like, okay, let me get serious about something that is not like illustrations or painting. Because I felt like it would be like something that I could rely on an income basically, and it worked out. So
So
yeah.
well. I mean, I've got 2. I'm coming back for another 2.
Soon, yes.
And also, for anyone that doesn't know, Georgia did all the illustrations for the podcast artwork. So all of the cute little, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted you to come on, because the 2 tattoos that I have from you are food related. A pasta on a fork, a pasta
Which we
spaghetti on a
share.
fork, which we share
We
because
share.
Georgia has the same one, and my husband Sam has the same one too. So we're connected forever, and then also some little tomatoes,
Tomatoes.
which are so cute. So yeah, you do a lot of food based tattoos. Is that just because you love drawing food? Like, how did that come about? Because you do all sorts, but you do quite a lot of food.
I think it's a bit an in between. I do like the shape. I do like ordinary stuff like cups and glasses. And even in my illustration, I always used, yeah, food. And I think it's like real life things that just interest me. They're cute, who doesn't want like a tomato vine? But yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I like the shape. I like they are tattoos, but they're not like serious tattoo. They're cute and funny, so I feel like they go with my brand.
Oh, amazing. Like, I feel like everything I see you put on Instagram, I'm like, yes, love. Well, that's what happened with the tomatoes. I saw it and I was like, yes, I need that one. It's mine.
It's yours. It was yours. It was yours.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about your dream dinner party. We know that you like food and you like drawing food in your tattoos. Do you like to host?
So I did think about this a lot because I thought I didn't till I did the women's circle, and I realized actually I do love to set up, the room and then prepare, like even if it's like buffet kind of situation. But I don't know, there is like something nice about feeding people, and because I live in a tiny flat with my friends, we don't like do like dinners. We might do like gathering, and then we just like nibbles and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So it's a bit of a shame, but it was really nice to imagine actually to being able to host like my ideal dinner. But yeah, so I realized I do want to host. It feels like a
Yeah.
very maternal thing to do, and I guess it's a side that be nice to explore more.
So are you going to be hosting your dream dinner?
Yes, I think I'm imagining to host my birthday dinner in August, so in summer. Definitely, it needs to be like a summer evening kind of night. Also, for purposes, I'm gonna imagine I obviously own like a Victorian house with a very nice garden with, rose bushes and meadows flowers and a deck. So I think, yeah, it would be like a garden kind of situation.
In the UK, we talking like English garden? Oh, if it's a Victorian house, then
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, I grew up having like obviously a garden in Italy, and then summertime it was always like dinner in our backyard, like long massive tables, and for every birthday or occasion. So I feel like that stuck into my brain that that's what it would look like if we gather together, basically. Yeah.
did you do lots of like al fresco dining when you were growing up then?
Definitely, definitely. Like summertime in the evening, you eat outside. We had like
So
a little
nice.
gazebo, and my dad was like doing like barbecue a lot, or just like eating outside.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Whereabouts in Italy did you grow up? I'm not sure if I've asked you this before.
it's close to Bologna, which is northeast in the countryside. It's very middle of nowhere, but it was like a nice place, I think, to grow up.
What made you decide to come here?
Just a change of life. Yeah, no life for jobs or anything. I was with my ex-partner and we just wanted, yeah, to experience something different. And it was either going to be Australia or London. I was like, absolutely, that's too far.
Yeah, it's so
Let's get
far.
like, I was like barely speaking English. It wasn't at all.
Mhm.
So I'm like, let's just go somewhere where we can go back eventually
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out or something. But
Yeah, or at least like go back and visit much easier, right? Much cheaper.
exactly, 100%.
I think from Australia, it's like, we'd love to go back, but it takes 2 days to get there. Okay, so we're hosting in the garden of your Victorian
Gallery
house.
of Victorians, yes.
Roses everywhere.
Roses
What are you gonna
everywhere.
do with the table?
So I want like a long table. I wanted like, for example, like everything's gonna be like muted tones, like even the tablecloths, napkins, like everything like very good quality, but like whitish. Like I don't want it too much because I want to put on the table like a lot of like maybe like unexpected things. I'm currently into combining fruits and flowers and yeah, and like random object like little china stuff or like crystals or shells. Yeah, like why?
Like a very fun centerpiece. Yeah, nice. I mean, fruit and flowers is very in at the moment. It's such a fun way to elevate the flowers as well, especially with like lots of events and stuff that we're doing at the moment. Like it's definitely a theme that keeps coming up, especially during the summer as well. It's so like fun and floral and fruity, and like the colors are so great, especially if you're having a quite a blank canvas table as well. What kind of fruits and colors are you thinking?
Peaches and
Hmm.
the kind of like orangey, like an half papaya. just
Oh yeah.
left there. Also, I do really like dried flowers, so I wouldn't mind to just put something in there as well. So yeah, and maybe like people like after dinner they fancy to have a fruit, they can just like
Take it
get it
slow.
from the table. Yeah, exactly. And then maybe like have it in the napkins, having like a little like or something, put like some like dry flowers or something there. Or like maybe
Yeah,
like
cute.
something that I create, like a drawing or something like personal.
Yeah, that would be so cute if you did little menus or place cards.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have to try and get you in some sort of job at some point. That would be so fun.
Well, I
I need
am
to do
here. It is
that. Yeah,
fun.
waiting.
I did like some like wedding invitation. I was like,
Hmm.
I wanted to be at the wedding though, because
I
you know when you're like
know.
you follow like basically it's a bit of like a journey, like see the menu and everything, and you imagine the thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be there. I feel like I
Yeah, I
miss
don't
it.
really do much wedding styling anymore, but when I did, I always felt a bit like that because you work with them for so long. And then I was
Yeah,
also there on the day, setting everything up, making sure everything looked amazing. And you, before you leave, you kind of see all of the guests arriving and everyone looks so nice and dressed up. And then it's always really sad to leave. And then I always want to see the bride in the dress, but it's always a bit too long to like linger. So you feel like you're missing out on the party when you leave. But then also, on the flip side of that, a lot of the time I come back for the breakdown at like midnight, and then you see everyone like on the flip side absolutely wasted, having the best time. You just miss the middle section. Okay, so the scene is set.
the
We've
scene
set the
is sad.
table. Have you got any like specific things that you, in terms of like tableware pieces that you have and love, or that you would pull out to use?
I think I would love to have like glasses that are like quite like quirky, maybe like
Mhm.
colored ones,
Yeah.
like bold, because everything
Mhm.
else. I do know I think like I prefer when like plates are like quite yeah, simple. It's so boring, but I do love like a good white plate. But because I love everything else to be a bit more like
Mhm.
a bit. So yeah, I think the glasses would be the focal thing
Yeah.
that I would spend money on as well, and maybe like nice like platters, like
Mhm.
trays, or where you can put stuff on maybe.
Yeah,
Don't-
some fun pieces.
yeah.
Okay, who are you going to invite?
I don't have many friends, so you know it would be easier. No, but I did think about because we had like the someone that's dead or like it. So
Yeah.
I and my son will be like cheesy, but I would want to get my uncle that is not with us anymore because I
Mhm.
think I haven't spent a lot of like adult time with him. I think he was like a great person. He was like very bubbly, well
Mhm.
traveled. They were calling him Mr. Happy, so I guess it'll be fun to have around. And then, as someone is alive, I would want to have someone that is like in comedy, which I know is not a given. That'd be funny, but I feel like they would bring, you know, something. I'm like obsessed with this comedian now, and I think that goes she, Sarah Keyworth, which I'm trying to get tickets. Thank you.
Rings bell.
Yeah, I think I don't know someone like with like a bit of like dry humor anyway,
Mhm.
which I really appreciate. And then fictional character, I
This is
want.
always my favorite.
I thought about it so long, but I would love to have the Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Ursula, yeah.
She's a boss. She knows, you know, she's like very charismatic. I know she's a bit evil, but she knows her things, and I feel like you could talk about, you know, being self-employed and taxes, and she probably knows about investment and finance. She knows about like gardening and, you know, all those like people seaweed plants. I don't know. She would be like someone that is like a bit controversial.
I feel like she's so sassy and fun though.
Exactly.
She would definitely bring the vibes. Where it's funny you say that because we're actually thinking about having a Halloween party this year, and she was one of my people that I wanted to dress up as. I felt like it would be such a good costume.
Also, the fashion, the little corset, and
Yeah, with the like octopus legs on the bottom.
exactly.
What would you want to ask her?
I think that like a career advice probably,
Yeah.
and I imagine like she's like I don't know if in her like 50s or something, and it's like
Uh-huh.
any advice like about life and being like probably she's used to be alone or something. She looks like to me like a strong woman, like
Yeah.
good, bit evil but strong. So
Yeah.
sometimes you need that as well.
Yeah, totally. You've got your guess. What do you think the dynamic would be like between them?
I think it would be like a fun exchange. Also, like I'm imagining like so what we're gonna have. I would love to have food on a separate table, and then
Mm-hmm.
people go and then get what they want, and then
Yeah.
they can go back to the table. So it would be like
Mm-hmm.
a mix of like being all seated, but also
Mm.
like getting the food and or like the drinks, and maybe we come together just towards the end with the dessert and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But and then we stay at the table. But yeah, so I feel like it would be like a bit more like a party vibe as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, where everyone feels like they can get up and do whatever. Yeah, I like that. Atmosphere wise, what music are you going to be playing?
I was dreading this question so much. I don't like to say I've got bad taste because I don't think you can have bad taste in music, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely not someone that would have the right music.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something not to I don't even think I would love music in a way because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes it's a bit like can be overpowering or distracting. But maybe something like folksy.
Like something quite chill.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Do you not like talking about music because you feel like you don't, you're like a bit all over the place, like you don't have specific tastes?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like I'm like my playlist is like Backstreet Boys and Lana
I
Del
mean,
Rey and
I'm into that.
okay, no, yeah, but like it's not for everyone. So I
Yeah.
just rather like let other people
Yeah.
do their
I think
things.
you can't knock a cheesy 90s noughties pop
But
song.
it's true. It's true. I was like when I listen to music, I want to sing
Yeah.
and I want to have a good time.
And it's nostalgic and fun and everybody knows the words, and also you don't necessarily remember that you did know the words, which is part of the beauty of it, I think. When you're like, where have these words been stored in my brain for 20 years?
And I cannot remember what I did this morning, but no,
Yeah.
no, I know everything. Yeah.
You can remember all the words to Fergie.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
always like interesting, like at the studio, because
Hmm.
obviously it's like different artists. So the first one that
Yeah.
gets sit there usually choose the music. And I'm like, when it's my playlist, you will know. So, and people are like, "Is that your playlist?" Yeah, it's my playlist. I'm like, just change it if you want to.
I also think cheesy music is a great segue at a dinner party into like the evening. Like start with something chill and then you want everyone to like get a bit rowdy and sing along and get involved.
True, true that. Maybe towards the end we're just gonna pop the tunes out.
Ursula dancing to Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
Be incredible.
beautiful. Yeah, honestly.
Okay, so we've set the scene. What are you serving?
I do love cold dishes in a way, well, especially in summer, maybe. So I would love to have a lot of like starters, things, as I say, that people can just
Hmm.
pick. So obviously, olives,
Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of
a
like
given.
cheese, given
Hmm.
cheese, fruits, and I would want to have like different like salads, maybe like quite like interesting, like barley or lentils, and
Hmm.
share maybe with like fruits as well. And I maybe like have like a cold pasta salad.
Anything in particular?
I do love courgette at the moment,
Hmm. Yeah.
so I put that cooked courgette all the time. And maybe like something with like ricotta,
Mm,
bit of lemon,
yeah.
something like that. I'm not like I'm just gonna say it. I'm not a big cook, but I can do stuff. But I've never been like a Michelin star, obviously, and apparently I don't put enough salt. So we need someone to always try.
You can have
But
salt on the table.
true, true,
People can
true.
do their own
That's very true.
in
Yes.
a shell or something cute.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. So yeah, I think I would try to make things that are easy for me to cook because I don't want to stress about that as well. So I do love like a good, easy recipe that doesn't involve too much cooking. No,
The beauty of cold things as well as you can prep them before and then they're just ready.
exactly. Because I want to look amazing that night. I don't want to have spent 5 hours on a stove.
Oh my God, why do I not ask people what they're wearing at their dream dinner party? Why have I never thought of that? What are you wearing? What are you wearing at your dream dinner party?
It is something very eccentric. I don't know what's gonna be, but yeah, I'm the main character.
Yeah, main character energy. Well, it's your birthday, you said, right?
Yeah,
It's your birthday dinner party.
I don't know, maybe something like quite sparkly as well,
Yeah,
like a short dress with
yeah.
like.
Yeah, you've got to compete with Ursula's energy.
Yeah, that's also true. That's also
Mm.
true.
You don't want her to steal the show. And I feel like she's the kind of gal that would try and steal the show.
She would a little bit, but we are friends, so
Yeah.
she would just like tone it down for the night. I'll ask her. I'll ask her.
Ask her
Okay,
nicely.
yeah, I'll check. I'll check what you wearing.
Hey girl, what are you
I'm
wearing?
just wondering.
Okay, so you've got cold snacky bits, you've got cold salads, cold pasta
Yes.
salad. Anything else?
Would love to have as a dessert like pistachio ice cream. So I think that would be my go-to for later.
Is there any particular place that you
That's the thing. Like I find I struggle to, yeah, no. Please, if you know any place, because when I go to Italy, that's the only thing I do. Like every day, I go and buy ice cream.
Well, it's
So
your dream
cheap and
dinner. We
good.
can ship it in from Italy.
That is, yeah, exactly. I've got like massive containers of pistachio ice cream that needs to be finished.
Pistachio on tap. Yeah,
What
and ice
else?
cream's a great choice.
Maybe like I can have like brownies or stuff that can be paired together or something like that. But yeah, ice cream.
Would you warm the brownies up or would you have cold brownie?
I think so, yeah. No, brownie is a little bit hot, so it will melt the ice cream a little bit.
What are you drinking?
Other side note, I don't really drink. So for this occasion, I've got my fictional husband
Hmm.
that is really into wine and beer and drinks. So he's gonna be on the bar. I would love though to have like a little not a signature cocktail, but a cocktail for the night that
Hmm.
could be done like in a virgin version as well. Maybe
Yeah.
like something like with like strawberry puree or like
Mm.
passion fruits, kind of
Oh yeah,
like.
like a passion
And
fruit
then
cocktail.
you can put whatever you want, but like I would have it the no alcohol one. But
Hmm.
yeah, probably that, and yeah, some like wine, maybe like something like bubbly. Options.
Yeah.
Yes. Option. I do
Well,
drink a bit of prosecco, but prosecco is dangerous, so just small doses. Small doses.
it's a special occasion.
It's a special occasion, so I will have a glass of prosecco just to get me into the
But then,
shenanigans of
yeah,
the night.
you don't have to be looking after the bar because your husband will be
Yeah,
on the
my
bar
husband is
sorting everyone
there.
out.
Yeah, that's his job for the night.
Perfect. Okay, are you having any entertainment?
I don't think so. I do love a good deep question, so I think the entertainment would be at one point make everyone uncomfortable asking question like what do you see yourself in 2 years time, the one that I did say before, like what do you think you want to leave behind, what you want to be remembered for. Yeah, so just people were like, I wish I was somewhere else. She's asking me that. I don't know. I would want the entertainment to be like good chance, like a kind of like make you think about stuff.
Yeah. I love a deep dinner party question. You learn so much about people. I actually started doing a Instagram series of like some of my favorite dinner party questions because there's
Mm,
some really fun ones.
that's really good. What's one?
There's like so many. I like the ones where it's like if you could know something about yourself in the future, what would you want to know? Like things
Wow.
like that. Or but then also like funny ones where you like get into people's brains a bit. Like what's the one I posted the other day? It's like if the police are coming round in 10 minutes, where are you hiding the paperclip? And people's like
I saw it. I was like, what?
such funny places.
I was like, I think I saw it. I was like, what paperclip? I just couldn't like. I was like, oh my god, no. Where
My
would I hide
favourite,
it?
somebody actually commented on that one, and my favourite, or maybe it was you, in a box of other paper clips.
No, it wasn't me because that's so very clever. But yeah, that's
Or
I
like
was like, but
frozen in an ice cube in the freezer.
I mean, fair. But my brain would work like, why do I need to hide the paperclip?
Yeah.
Like my brain would go to the background
You'd be like,
stories.
no,
It's like,
hold on for a second.
it's like, what's the backstories? What have I
Yeah.
done? Why is this paperclip needs to be
Yeah, let me
hidden?
get in the zone. Yeah, there's so many good dinner party questions. The other one, I don't think I've posted it yet, that's another really good one that I was chatting with my husband and a friend at the pub about the other day, is you get 5 liquids come out of each finger on one hand for the rest of your life. Like 5 taps, basically. What are you picking?
Why? Well, water, probably Coke. Maybe that's some kind of like, maybe orange juice.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's about it. Maybe sparkling water,
Yeah.
just when I feel fancy. I have no idea what's the last one could be. Yeah, maybe coffee.
Oh, I didn't think of coffee. We were honestly talking about this for like 25 minutes because I think I would have petrol come out of one.
Okay, yeah,
I'm going
fair.
down a different route. I'm going down like, how can I save myself a lot of money in the future? Petrol.
I
Or
don't
like
own a car, so
champagne. Like, imagine how
Oh,
fun it would be at parties to just be like, Psh, champagne. Anyway, funny. We're going deep questions route.
we're going the question route. Yes,
So that's your dream dinner party.
that's my dream party. I would like to add maybe I would want to have it a theme. I would choose a theme. For one of my birthday, I did come as something with the letter G. So it could be also a little bit of like you need to wear not a costume, but make the effort of.
Like some sort of dress up. Have a think about it. What did you go as for that
I
birthday?
was uh, I was a goldfish. I had this like I
That's
had
incredible.
I had like an orange like just like a one piece
Hmm.
like jumpsuit. Yeah, and then did like this like makeup with like fish scales and all.
Yeah.
It was actually good,
Love
and I was
that.
like everybody made the effort.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with dress up is like if people make the effort, it's incredible. But as soon as there's a few people that like don't, it like kind of ruins it.
Yeah, so everybody needs to be on board, but because they know how much I like a fancy party dress, they would, I think.
What's your theme for this one? Do you have one in mind?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I think not yet.
Okay. TBC.
TBC, TBC.
Come back to me.
I'll message. Yes,
Okay, I have some quick fire questions for you. Takeaway of choice.
pizza.
You got a specific place that you get pizza from?
I get it from like where close to where I live. It's very good. Like it's randomly in close to Hornsey. It's called La Gioconda. Gioconda is the Mona Lisa. Yeah. So
Nice. Okay. Go to hangover meal.
I am very good breakfast.
Like a full English situation.
Yeah, I guess so. I love
Mhm.
breakfast and
Yeah.
brunch.
What
So
what are you having on your hangover breakfast?
toast, a lot of like sourdough bread. I'm starting to think what I fancy. Yeah, eggs. I do like baked beans. I'm sorry for any Italians that is gonna be outraged by that, but I do a bit of a greasy. Obviously, if I would have hash brown, even better.
Hash
Just
browns all
comfort food.
a greasy comfort food. What is something you always have in the cupboard?
I have a lot of like, well, pasta,
Yeah.
obviously, chickpeas, vegetarian. I do eat fish sometimes, but mainly vegetarian. And matcha. Yeah, I guess those are always there.
That'll do, yeah.
That'll do. It's a good meal.
Favorite crisps?
I'm gonna go very basic, but a good quality, light salted.
Have you got a particular favorite?
Not really, not really. The most expensive on that shows basically. I'm like that must be good. Or I'm into like truffles.
Oh yeah, I love a truffle crisp. The Torres ones.
For special occasions. That's
We had them instead of canapes at our wedding. We just had bowls of those. But
as good
then they were
as
all gone by the time we got there. I was so sad.
exactly. That's so good, honestly.
I know,
Addictive.
delicious.
Yeah.
Although they really separate people. Some people were like, "Oh my god, amazing," and some people were like, "What flavor were those crisps?"
Well, you can't please everyone.
No, it was like obviously all of our London friends like delicious. Everyone
Yeah.
else was like, "What is this?"
What is on earth is that?
Yeah. Favorite condiment.
Olive oil.
Go to snack.
Peanut butter with like sliced apples. It's a good snack and quite
Mm,
healthy. But also, I love candies. So, also, Haribos and
mhm,
candy kittens.
mm.
Unfortunately, that also my snack. That's for like when I need a pick me up. That's for the mood.
Last one. If you could only eat one country's cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
that's easy. I'm gonna go for Italian, like Mediterranean, Italian, yeah.
What's your favourite, like when you go home to visit, what is the first meal you want to eat?
It's something with pasta, so it would be like tagliatelle, or I love cappelletti, which is like similar to ravioli. It's just a bit thicker, and that's from where I'm from. It's called cappelletti. You would have it with ragu, with like bolognese sauce, but obviously I can't have it anymore. But yeah, I would just like bring this like somewhere where I can have pasta every day, and that's what I miss the most. And so
That's why
that's
we
just
both
so
have
bad.
pasta tattoos.
I know, exactly. I feel like such a cliche, but it's just, past
Well,
life.
yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't go
You
wrong.
can't go wrong, yeah. I think that's also like if I have to cook for someone, that's what I would cook to them, because I know that even if it's not the best, but it tastes good and it fills you, and it's just like a good meal, comforting, and yeah, I think
Amazing.
that's.
Thank you so much. That was so fun.
Honestly, I was so excited. Since you started, I was like, oh, I want to be on the podcast.
Finally got there. Do you want to let people know where they can find you and follow you if they don't already?
Yeah, like on Instagram, I'm called Lobster and Pearls Tats. So you can find me. And yeah, I can't wait to tattoo you
Yeah,
soon.
go and get a tattoo.
And thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
honestly.
If you enjoyed it, I'd absolutely love if you would subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps people find us and allows me to get the absolute best guests that I can for you. If we've inspired you to get hosting and you fancy yourself some playful tableware, or you need help setting the scene for an upcoming event, you can follow us at Studio Dine on socials or check out our website studiodine.com for more. I'll see you next time.